Hello students, today we will do the fourth chapter of Flamingo, the Rattrap. It is written by Selma Lagerlof. Introduction of the chapter. This chapter was published in 1880s. The Rattrap is a short story by the Swedish author Selma Lagerlof. The book follows the story of a beggar on the streets who from time to time gets a rat trap in his possession. He sells the rat traps for money, but this does not help him earn enough to eat. The theme of the novel is obviously conveyed: life for the poor people. The life of the poor people is like a rat trap. Those that are richer give bait to the poor, but this only leads them to get trapped and perhaps even poorer. Born in 1858, Selma Lagerlöf was a Swedish author and a teacher. Some of her short stories, including The Rat Trap, have been included in school reading curriculums around the globe. For her work, Lagerlöf has received international recognition, including being on a Soviet Union postage stamp. Some of Lagerlöf's other works include The Wonderful Adventures of Niels, the Ring Trilogy, and The Story of Costa Berling. Here is the summary of the chapter. The Rat Trap is a story about a rat trap seller who leads a very poor life as his earnings are very low. He has to resort to thievery and begging to make both ends meet. He is alone in his whole world and leads a miserable life. So he starts knitting up a various kind of thoughts. One of these thoughts is of supposing the whole world as a big rat trap. His views are that the world offers us various types of baits in the form of comforts of life. This, in return, traps us into the rat trap of the world and leads us to various types of miseries. Every night, the peddler had to search for shelter as he has no home. One evening, he was offered shelter by an old crofter. The next morning, he stole the crofter's money, which he had earned by selling his cow's milk. To safeguard himself, the peddler chose a path through the forest, which was secluded, but soon found himself trapped in the forest as he was not able to find the way out of the dense forest. As he laid his head on the ground, he heard a very strong, regular sound. It was a hard sound that was coming at the regular intervals. He soon realized that these sounds were the sounds of hammer strokes from an iron mill. He thought that he could find some people nearby. With this thought, he gathered some strength and started walking with great difficulty towards the direction of the sound. The peddler entered the forge, but the blacksmith did not notice that a man had opened the gate and entered the forge until he stood close up to the furnace. The peddler decided to stay there for a night. But something unusual happens. The ironmaster mistakes him as an old friend and invites him to his house. The poor peddler rejects the offer due to the fear of being caught. Soon he is invited by the ironmaster's daughter. The next morning he is somehow stopped by the ironmaster's daughter for Christmas Eve, even after being caught that he was a peddler and not Captain Stelly. The ironmaster's daughter stopped. She wanted to help the poor fellow. Since morning she was planning how she could make the peddler's day happy on the occasion of Christmas. Therefore, she went against her father's will and stopped him by closing the door. She tried to explain the difficulties faced by the peddler. She said that he did not have any house. He was turned out from wherever he went, and he always kept on running in order to safeguard himself from being arrested. She said that she wanted him to enjoy Christmas with peace as they had promised him. They should not send away a man on Christmas, the man whom they had promised happiness on the day. The ironmaster was not able to find an answer to go against his daughter. The next day after Christmas, when the ironmaster and his daughter visit the church, they come to know that the man is a thief who had stolen money from the old crofter. The ironmaster and his daughter repent for sheltering a thief and wonder at what all things he would have stolen by that time. Here comes a twist, as instead of stealing, the peddler gifts the ironmaster's daughter a rattrap. She finds a letter of thanks and the stolen money inside the rattrap. The peddler thanks Adela for her kindness and requests her to return the stolen money to the crofter. This story gives us the message that goodness in a human being can be awakened at any time with your own good deeds.